Welcome to Healing Yoga today. Of course, my name is Younk, and today we'll be just experimenting or practicing with some gentle postures and some breath work. And let's go over here. Make sure I'm still on. Having a little trouble here. I would really appreciate feedback today. Been working with our bandwidth and been having some issues. So if you could please give me some feedback as to the quality of the sound, of course the audio, as well as the video, I really would appreciate it. And of course I will review the video afterwards. So thank you for your patience throughout all of this. So as we're just sitting here, we're going to drop into our breath, grounding through the soles of the feet. I invite you to either have socked feet or you can have bare feet. You may want a block or two for beneath the feet. If we have shorter legs, it does help to lift them up a little bit, giving us this more comfortable seated position with the knees raised. Hello and welcome. Again, any feedback on the sound, quality of the sound, or the video would be much appreciated today. Just dropping into our breath, taking that breath in through the nose deeply, filling up the chest cavity as well as the belly, and then fully exhaling that out the mouth. Continuing this breath pattern in through the nose and out the mouth. Welcome. Just notice as you inhale deeply through the nose, the length you create through the spine. The belly inflates. And then as you exhale, your shoulders soften down along the spine. The integrity of the spine stays long, and we grow through the crown of our head. Maybe draw the shoulders east to west and back and down. As we continue with our breath, just notice anything that comes up for you today, and just gently acknowledge that, and perhaps set that aside for the moment, unless it's a positive intention that is going on that you want to manifest. I invite you to focus on that. But anything that may create any tension or interfere in your thoughts, just gently acknowledge and then exhale it out. We'll go ahead and begin our wake up. So we'll find our collarbones with the fingertips, notched finger and thumb, or even the fist gently. Finding the end points of our kidney meridian. We're getting that energy moving forward by tapping here, right beneath the collarbones. Tapping, thumping, or massaging, and I invite you to do any of those. Just be gentle with yourself, listening to our bodies always. Never doing anything that is painful. Your body will speak to you and let you know. Just be mindful of that. Breath flowing. Welcome everyone. Shake that off and come to your sternum here. Tap, thumb, or massage, populating our T cells for our immunity. Deep breaths in the nose and out the mouth. Shake or flick that off. Come to your side seams, either side of the breasts, right out at the rib cage. Maybe even create that divinity or figure 8 symbol here. And if it's a little bit sore, if you have no underlying conditions in this area, just go ahead and rub it some more, getting that lymph to move out into our venous supply for elimination. Breathing in the nose and out the mouth. Shake that off. And then we'll come to our cheekbones. Just right below the eye socket, or right at the eye socket, excuse me. Tapping, use whatever pressure feels right for you. Breathing in the nose and out the mouth, keeping that breath flow. This is very calming and grounding, associated with the element of earth and the stomach. We'll shake that off. And then sit. Taking a couple breaths to integrate those 4 thumps. As you breathe in the nose, notice the rise of the chest, opening of heart center, and then the exhale, softening the shoulders, back and down along the spine. Now we'll go into our cross crawl. So we just start with the same side, about 4 rounds. Pause. This pauses the energy to cross it over. As you dust off the hands and then cross them over. When you become very tired, our energy separates into that 2-sided. And by crossing it over, we're bringing it back to its 100%. Not always doing this once or even twice will do that, especially if we get stuck in a pattern. So by doing this, sometimes 2 to 3 times in a go, but daily, I invite you to try this every day for a month. And if you skip a day, that's okay. Just get back on. And you can't practice it too much. I don't expect you to do it all the time, all day long. But just maybe try it for a month or even a couple weeks and see if you notice a difference. Document it down, write it down in your journals, and then just see how that goes. So after our cross crawl, we hover our hands just over the pubic bone. This is where we set our intention. Think of any positive intention or affirmation we have. And in order to seal that and manifest, we're going to zip up, seal in our energy, and then sweep that out. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling and zipping up. Exhale out. To be done. We'll do that once more. Notice the movement of the arms, always moving the energy. Lastly, middle finger in the belly button and the other one in between the brows. Setting our energetic spine. This is the single best thing we can do to cleanse our own personal etheric space, that space around our body that is energy. 3 deep breaths. And then release. Breathing once again in through the nose, out the mouth. Now, if there's another breath pattern that works better for you at this time, I invite you to do that. Otherwise, breathing in through the nose helps warm and filter the air coming in, and then breathing out the mouth helps us to release any excess tension we may have, anything that is no longer serving us. So it's just a nice, smooth release. Let's lift the palms up as we continue with our breath, always focused on our breathing. After a while, it just becomes second nature. So with our palms facing up, let's take an inhale in through the nose and begin to weave the arms. This is your clearinghouse, clearing your space and populating your field with figure eights. The more figure eights we have in our field, the healthier we are. So just by this movement, we are filling our auric field with these figure eights. Sounds simple? Just try it and think about it. Anytime something is going on in your realm, your world, you may notice sometimes you just do this. But if you consciously and daily think about coming into the day and weaving in and out, helps keep this weave healthy. So we're going to weave down once again, our arms to our sides as we fold, leading with the crown of the head. Perhaps the arms are coming back, or maybe they're just hanging along our sides. Inhale, draw that belly button in and up to lift up here. And then exhale into that seated forward fold. Let the head just hang and nod. And shake or just roll the head gently side to side. Focus on releasing any tension here. And on your next inhale, we'll slowly weave our way up to seated. Lean back, open the arms for heaven rushing in. Think of what we're manifesting. Think of our intention and what we want to bring in. Be open for that and breathe. Draw the hands overhead. Exhale and twist to one side. Inhale, shoulders come down and back. Exhale to the other side. Now, there are always modifications. We can lift the arms up, the side, or you can just simply turn into the twist this way. So whatever movement with the arms works, I invite you to do. There are always modifications. Breathe and twist. Think of our twists as wringing out any stagnant energy, creating space for new energy to flow. We're constantly doing that. And intending and focusing on that helps it along. Let's gather our hands together. Come to heart center. And then rest the hands on our knees. From here, move in through cat, cow. I'll just come to the side. I'm sure you know how to do this, but just for demonstrative purposes. So heels down. We're going to scoop through or create a little concave through the belly. Everything's going to be different. We all look different here. Inhale, creating that little back bend here. Opening through the heart center. Exhale once again. And inhale. You should feel good through the midsection. And then just move naturally at your own pace, however it feels good for you. And then you can even begin some little mini rotations on our chair. So we're sitting and just doing some circles, kind of augering into the chair. Maybe just imagine we're augering into the earth, grounding in. Come back to seated. Let's make a little basket beneath one leg, holding that up. Now you can hold that up with your hands. You can use strength of the leg and the abs to hold that up, but that might be a little much. So I just encourage you to kind of support that leg holding behind, right at the thigh, and just let that leg pendule up and down. Lift it up a little higher. And with one or both hands, maybe just begin to open gently and close. Right there at the hip. Open and close. Breathing all the while and sitting up tall. Now, if you have a sash or a strap, you could use that as well instead of your hands if you feel like you need a little bit more room, because this does afford more length, a little bit more to work with, so you can hold on to that. Continuing with that breath in the nose, out the nose or mouth. And come down on that side. We're going to go to the other side and do another breath practice. So either with the strap or sash or the hands, holding that up. It's kind of nice to hold on to this strap here. I just feel a little bit more supported. So I'm extending and just kind of pendle that out and back. And notice how that feels. It's that movement. You can feel that in the long bone, top of the leg. Notice the effort involved, extending that leg out. All the little muscles that fire as you do. And then maybe out to the side a little bit. Side to side, breathing all the while. And we'll come back to center. Let's place this strap to the side for now. And with or without blocks or books or something beneath your feet, step the feet a little wider. Maybe just place the heels of the hands right on top of the thigh. Sit up tall. Draw shoulders wide, east to west. Exhale and hinge. Our head, neck, and spine stay in alignment here. It's coming down as far as our body says, okay, that's enough. Here, inhale and gaze forward. Exhale, sink in a little more deeply. And perhaps do a gentle twist, dropping shoulder down. Come back to center. And twist to the other side. So I'm bringing my other hand over here for support, letting that shoulder come down, allowing this shoulder to come up into that gentle twist. And feel that down into the lower or lumbar spine. So again, side one. And some in the mid-thoracic spine. Breathe. And always your pace. Going to side two. And last time. Let's come back up. And before we go into our next breathing practice, let's go ahead and do our unscrambling of the energies. So I invite you to either just cross your ankles, or you can cross one ankle above the knee, depending on your flexibility today. So either way is fine. And then you could cross the arms like this over the chest, or cross the wrists. And then I know this is a little awkward, kind of eagle arms. You can take one arm in that elbow crook. Backs of the hands can be together, or maybe they come all the way around. Doesn't matter. If all of that is just way too much and awkward, just cross at the wrists over the heart center. Taking about 4 to 5 breaths here. In the nose, exhale out. Maybe with a little movement. On the inhale, we lift up. On the exhale, we hinge a little forward. Your pace always. And now, I'm just going to switch the cross at the ankle, or whatever knee I might have that crossed over. And I'll simply switch the cross here, whatever, or however I have the cross going. It's all in your intention. We can use our intention to do so much. There is so much potential to intention. 4 to 5 breaths here. Shake that off and sit for a moment, assessing how you feel as you breathe. And we'll get this. The Anapanasati breathing, or just the in and out breath. So I'll just read this to you a little bit, and then we will begin to practice. So, like I said, the Anapanasati, you don't have to remember that. But sati means mindfulness. Anapana means inhaling and exhaling. So Anapanasati is mindfulness breathing. So the practice coming up, we feel the breath in the triangle part of the nostrils. It starts at the base, the opening of the nostrils, and then it angles upward, of course, inside our nasal passages, meeting at a point where the breath strikes the back of our throat. So sitting here, practice that. Let's inhale through the nose. Notice and feel as the breath strikes the back of the throat. Seek sensation at the top of the lip, outer edges of the nostrils, inside and alongside the nasal passages. So let's just sit here for a moment, and as we breathe in through the nose, notice the different sensations that are going on. And breathing out, I always invite you to breathe out through the nose or the mouth, whatever feels better for you. I'll reread that line about seeking the sensation on the top of the lip, outer edges of the nostrils, inside and alongside the nasal passages. And for the next minute or so, we'll sit silently, focused intensely on this area where we're feeling through this breath. So as we sit and we inhale, the breath strikes the back of the throat, top of the lip, outer edges of the nostrils, and we're fully exhaling out through the nose or the mouth. If you notice any twitches, an itch, sit with it if you can, and notice when it eventually will disappear. Change. The same is true with our thoughts. And just continue to bring your mind back to that triangle of the nose. Taking just a few more breaths here. And then we'll move into just another few stretches here. So you can sit for this or stand, whatever works for you today. And this is a breath of joy, similar to, well, this movement. It's kind of similar to one of the 5-element flow postures that I have shown in the past. But it goes out. So we inhale the arms together. If that is challenging, you can always keep the elbows to the side. Just bring the palms together. Sweep the arms out wide or just to that W. And then bring them overhead or just to heart center. And then exhale with that HA. So once again, slowly, we inhale and inhale again and inhale one last time and exhale. Again, inhale, 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 and exhale. Now the posture, I'm just going to move this around here and see how we can do that seated. Or you just, arms here, inhale, 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 exhale. And let's do that one more time, and then I'm going to demonstrate the peak pose for the season of spring and the element of wood, which we've moved into, we think, at this time. So once more, I did the forearms here, overhead, inhale, inhale out, inhale overhead, or down, exhale, and down. That's a good release there, warms the body as well. So the peak pose for our element of wood and the season of spring is called expelling the venom and just releasing anything, all the excess junk that may be accumulated over the winter here. So we can either stand or we can be in that high chair pose or in this chair pose. I'm going to demonstrate it from here. So we hinge here, and when I say etheric fingers, so my fingers are not making contact, physical contact with the earth, but I am intending with my extension or my energy fingers to pull up those roots of the weeds, anything that's growing in my garden that is no longer serving. I'm pulling those up. Draw that up with a big inhale and then release it out and down, flick it off, pull up again. Anything we may have missed. Draw it up, inhale. Expel any anger or anything that is no longer serving you. Go for that taproot, any of those invasive weeds. Really draw it up slowly this time. Inhale. Shake it out and away from your space. Press it out, flick it out. Gather hands to heart center. And then place the hands right back on our thighs. So here we're just going to do a little bit of spine stretching in a modified downward facing dog. In this chair, I'll place the hands here on the seat, or I'm going to have the back of the chair. Make sure it's stable. And let the head fall in between the biceps. So we're drawing back through the tailbone, reaching forward through the crown, breathing deeply. In the nose, out the nose or the mouth. Notice the stretch you feel in your shoulder girdle, side waist, arms. Begin to bend the knees slightly, ever so slightly, and then lengthen. Bend and lengthen. Bend and lengthen. Perhaps bringing the forearms down onto your seat. You can have a blanket or a pad or pillow here if need be. And then we're going to lift up, extending a leg out. Keep my leg in the picture here. So just straight out, not very high. You might just lift it a little. 1, 2, 3, point and flex. And then release that down. Other side, lift. 1, 2, 3, point the toe, flex the foot, and release. Side 2. 1, 2, 3, point, flex, release. Last time, lift. 1, 2, 3, point, flex. Release down. Slowly and gently begin to slide your way up. And come to standing or seated. We're going to do some balance or modified balance from our seated position. If you want to balance from the seated position, you just might sit on the edge here and maybe have the arm holding on to the back of the chair, lifting this outside leg. It's not a total balance, but there's some work involved in there. So you lift the leg up, strengthening, I'm holding on here, grounding down through this foot, and this leg is bent. I need to show that a little bit better here. You can lift and release, lift and release, lift and release. You can also move very slowly and mindfully into that standing balance. Balance is ground our energy. Anytime you need to come to ground, about a balance, you can even always use something to support you. Lift that knee up. And then you can just test the waters here. Maybe bring the arms out. Maybe wrap. And perhaps move a knee out. And then down. Once again, lift that same side. Breathe. Open. Close. Once more. Open. And close. Shake that off. We're going to side 2. Always have a piece of furniture, a chair, or a wall, or something next to you to catch you if you do fall. Now lift that knee up. Move it up and down. Breathing. Focusing your gaze straight ahead, right at eye level, toward the horizon. Open and close. Open, close. Or seated on the chair, So we can take that out. Sit bone here. The hand through here. Lift. Lifting that heel and then letting the toe go down. So either doing this seated or standing. Breathing all the while. And we're finished with that. We're coming back to our chair. And for chronic tension and back pain, this is a self-regulation tool for our pelvic box. So it begins placing our hands underneath our sit bones. So we would place them so that our hands are palm up under our sit bones. Press in on the sit bones. Really feel the base of your pelvis. So you can really feel those bones. This is the bottom of your box. Now, let's place both hands on our hips. Feel the hips. Press in with the inside edge of the hands. Inside, thumb side of the hands. Top of the hip bone. Imagine this as the top of the box. And place the hands on either side of the hips now instead of the top. And these are the outer sides of the box. And then place one hand on the lower abdomen and the other just above the pubic bone. Oh, no, just the lower abdomen just above the pubic bone, and the other one comes around to our lower back, just right over the sacrum. That little triangular bone there. So this is the front and the back of the box. So we've created this box here. Connect these points to form a box. So from the very bottom of the box, right there at the sit bones, to the top of the box, top of those hips, the sides of the hips, or the outer edges of the box, and then the front and the back of the box, right below the navel, and then at the low back sacrum. Now consciously release all the muscles that are gripping in that box. It's that little area we went around. And if you're not sure if you're gripping, consciously tighten the muscles in that area, just to kind of do a little check on yourself. All the muscles in the pelvic region. Breathing all the while. Bring your attention to this box on a regular basis to hone your self-regulation techniques. I invite you to do something like this anytime you think about it. Even if you don't remember all the exact steps, your intention will take you a long way toward healing. And to finish today, I thought we would do A little guided meditation. I had it out here. Sensation and breath awareness. So this is just a slow guided meditation. On for the next several minutes. So I invite you to get into a comfortable position, whether that be in your chair, on your mat, sitting, or lying in a comfortable position. Whatever you need for your comfort for the next few minutes, I invite you to do that. And I'll give you just a moment to do that. Meanwhile, just breathing and thinking of any of those things that we are in gratitude for, that we're intending to manifest into our life at this time. Breathing in, I feel calm. Holding my breath for 3, 2, 1. Breathing out very slowly. I feel peace. Again, breathing in. I feel calm. Holding my breath for 3, 2, 1. Breathing out very slowly. I feel peace. Once again, breathing in. I feel calm. Holding my breath for 3, 2, 1. Breathing out very slowly. I feel peace. I feel my breath. Breathing in, expanding, holding, 3, 2, 1, fullness, breathing out, softening. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel peace. I slow my breath down. I feel calm. I slow my breath down. I feel peace. Breathing in. Think calm. Breathing out. Think peace. I am in the present moment. this moment, feeling my breath. Breathing in calm. Breathing out peace. When I breathe in, I feel calm. When I breathe out, I feel peace. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel peace. As you continue with your breath, perhaps fluttering your eyelids, notice how you feel. Notice the space around you. Taking in another conscious breath in through the nose, noticing the expansion of the chest, the rib cage, and the belly. And then notice the belly deflating and the rib cage cinching in, releasing all that excess air. We'll bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra. And I offer gratitude to all of you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much.